Hi, my name is Cindy O'Boyle. I'm running for village clerk. I've been a nurse for over 38 years, and I know the effects of bullying. Any kind of bullying, workplace, cyberbullying, school bullying, it all affects people the same way. This is an opportunity to lead by example. This is an opportunity for Tinley Together and Mike Maloney to be our leaders in this community and lead with integrity.
Hi, my name is Adrienne Jasek. I'd like to take a moment of your time and share some things with you I never thought I'd have to say. For years, I'd been an active member in our community. I helped bring families together with our Kindness Rocks project. I've always tried to stand up for what I feel is right, but once I started asking real questions about our village, I became their target of relentless online harassment and political retaliation. I was publicly attacked, called a bully, falsely accused of saying things I never said. When I defended myself, my words were twisted, posts were commented, and support were deleted. I was blocked from seeing the discussions they were having about me. Then it got personal. A back then village trustee publicly exposed my legally prescribed treatment, something that should have never been used as a political weapon. And if that wasn't enough, he then suggested I break the law and purchase my medicine illegally. Kind of unethical and dangerous. And one day, out of nowhere, our small acts of kindness, our Tinley Park Rocks Kindness Garden, was dismantled. As if my efforts bringing families and people together became a threat to what they control. Bullied and ridiculed just because I asked some questions and tried to provide families an activity to enjoy together. They had no control over this random acts of kindness, so they tried to take it away. This isn't about politics. It's about decency, fairness, the kind of town we want to live in. We all have a voice and should never be bullied, lied about, and silenced just for inquiring. If you believe in fairness, transparency, and community over politics, please stand with us. Let's get back to the Tinley Park we know, a great place to raise our kids.
How did things get this bad? How did I allow myself to be used the way I was? How did I not see the evil? I will ask myself these questions over and over again, and the recurrent answer is I value friendships. I found out that it wasn't a friendship at all. It was all conditional based upon control. When I believe in something or someone, I will give it my all. Don't get me wrong, I will never regret the value and energy I put in friendships. What I do regret is misplaced trust in the wrong people I at one time called friend. All that brings me to say, Michael Glotz is an evil individual. Having had years of friendship prior to the politics, I had no reason to not trust him. As he rose in favor amongst the good people of Tinley Park, it was largely due to the help of the people he surrounded himself with. The excavator didn't excavate. He collected, he organized, he manipulated, he lied, he complimented to keep favor, he gave superficial truths. All this and more to get what he wanted, control, and have resources to do his dirty work. There seemed to be no low on what he would do or say, or actually have his minions do and say, and more importantly, post. I was one of those minions that would block people, kick them off of the Citizens for a Better Tinley Park page, allow certain profiles on the page to later learn they were fake profiles that he and his minions used to control the narrative on whoever he was taking on, and it was always somebody. I was asked to be admin for Citizens for a Better Tinley Park page when there were just over 1,000 members. In the over 5 years I was admin, the page grew to over 9,000 plus members. It was a lot of work and very time-consuming, but I loved contributing and informing the community. This page is why Glotz maintained a friendship with me. Because I trusted him, I did everything he told me to do for the most part. Without having his name on it, he basically controlled the content of the page. Fast forward to Diane Galante's involvement with Tinley politics. Let me tell you, everything is a secret. Everything is planned. Glotz asked Diane to run for a trustee position. I was not to be told despite our 19 years and growing friendship. I knew Diane would make a great trustee because she's smart, accountable, independent, and fierce. Glotz completely underestimated her. It wasn't long before the two of them stopped seeing eye to eye. Glotz asked me to intervene, try to sway Diane from her independent thoughts and opinions. I declined getting involved. It was that growing rift and being pulled into a lawsuit that made me, in agreement with the other admins on the page, to tell Glotz politics would no longer be allowed on the page. One of the other admins actually feared his reaction. What does that say? Upon that decision, boy, oh boy, did the tides change. I was no longer called Buttercup or Bethy by Glotz. I'm not even sure how that started. Yep, I became the next target because I was no longer doing his bidding. I was simply removing myself from the politics. I moved to Arizona a few months after that. I was slowly going to detach myself from the Citizens for a Better Tinley Park page, but it turns out I didn't have to. I was removed and blocked from that page, and take a wild guess who was put on as admin. I anticipated that happening. I created my own private page so that individuals that may have a different opinion can have a platform that was not controlled by Glotz and his minions. Social media control is an infatuation of his. Long story long, if Glotz cannot control you, you become the enemy. You are a target. I went from quote-unquote friend to target and enemy over a social media page. It took a strong woman, Diane Galante, to open my eyes. She was put through hell, family included. Expect hell with no limits on what he will do to control and win. That is not leadership. That's intimidation. That's lack of character. That is evil. That is pure evil.
I am Diane Galante. I was your trustee in the village of Tinley Park. I ran as a mother, a volunteer, and a resident who wanted to give back. Like many, I believed Michael Glotz's promises of transparency until I dared to question him. That's when the real Glotz showed up. Instead of answering concerns, he smeared my name, spread lies, and used aliases to harass my family with online attacks, threats, and intimidation. I have a binder full of proof documenting his relentless bullying, and I'm not the only one. Glotz has a pattern of targeting women who stand up to him, treating them with cruelty and disrespect. Do you want your wife, your mother, or daughter to be his next victim? This isn't leadership, it's abuse of power. Tinley Park deserves a mayor who leads with integrity, not fear or corruption. It's time to stand up and take our town back. I'm Diane Galante, and I stand with the women of Tinley Park. Mayor Michael Glotz, we will no longer be silenced.
Hi, I'm Melissa Sanfilippo, and I'm running to be trustee in the village of Tinley Park. During the campaign, I've met women in our community who share the same experience of bullying and harassment from our elected officials and their various social media aliases. As a candidate and an elected official, I pledge to bring ethical leadership back to Tinley Park. Please vote for Tinley Together on April 1st.